Truth, lies, shenanigans.
All right. Nikki Haley,
All
apparently,
right.
according to Don Lemon, you know, Joe Biden,
Yeah.
Joe Biden is a spring chicken and Nikki Haley is past her prime.
Well, yeah, Don Lemon is back on the network less than a week after arguing on air that 2024 Republican presidential candidate Nimrata Nikki Haley wasn't in her prime. So, during a discussion about the age of politicians, the 56-year-old CNN This Morning co-host Don Lemon said that the 51-year-old Nikki Haley was not in her prime and said that a woman is not considered in her or that a woman is considered in her prime in her 20s, 30s, and maybe her 40s. So when his co-host Poppy Harlow challenged him on this, he added, "Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what the facts are. Google it." Okay, so after these statements, Lemon was not on air for the following show and did not return until Wednesday of this week. So now, without skipping a beat, Nikki Haley's PR team clapped back with the following tweet. "For all of you who took issue with the haters saying that we are past our prime, this one's for you." And it included images of beer cozies stamped with her campaign logo and the phrases, "Past my prime," with a question mark, and "Hold my beer." So now, did Don Lemon's attack on Nikki Haley's age inadvertently provide her with a winning presidential campaign strategy?
Gianni,
I think it provided her with a campaign strategy. I don't know if it would be a winning campaign strategy. Like, I feel like she is gonna. I feel like she's just gonna ride this thing as long as she can, to the point where people will realize, wait, you're not talking about anything else, and she's she's not trying to get the crazy. She's trying to get like reasonable Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
So if she is going to if this is the thing that she's gonna like hang her hat on, no, you gotta come with something else.
I mean, I think all of this talk of ageism around Nikki Haley it's made me like interested in her. Well, not interested, but just curious. I'm sure others as well. Like, so you're right. I think that just this talk of it from, I think even last week we talked about her and the whole 75 and up cognitive test.
Yes, because she wants to bring the competency testing, the competency tests for politicians age 75 or 75 or over.
Yeah. So she's doing her thing. I mean, all publicity.
I just want to say, Jacqueline Robinson said, Nikki Haley opened that door when she made Biden's agent. So, to Gianni's point.
I mean, I understand that, but this is a look. The ageism thing is I agree with her. I think that competency tests should be taken. I don't think we should limit it to 75. I want my politicians smart. I don't care what age they are. I want them all to be smarter than me. And so I'm all for the competency test. Just do it at any age. Start it at 35. Okay? That's when you can be president. Yeah. We'll start it at 35.
Exactly. Start it when you're getting in the door in politics. If you're going to be a senator, if you're going to be a governor, then why shouldn't you have to prove your competency? Why wouldn't you be held to a psych eval? It's some bare minimum to show that you're not crazy, that you're not there to completely undermine the system. But
But also, side note, I think Don Lemon's an idiot for saying that. I mean, even him saying to go Google it and it's facts. In what world? I hope you guys Googled it. I mean, because that's stupid.
It's stupid. It was stupid for him to say that, but I want to say 56 is probably the prime age to be a president. At that point, you've probably figured out all the dumb stuff you did. You've seen some crazy stuff, survived some crazy stuff. You've had some accomplishments 45? In life. No, 50, around 50, 60. That's
40. Like you have energy still.
I think it might be a little. I'm saying prime. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Okay, prime. Okay, prime. True.
Probably prime, right? And you're making much wiser decisions by that, by that point. So
Yeah.
And on top of that, you're probably sound mind, unlike perhaps our current president. But I think,
careful.
I think this was, I think this might have been, I don't know. When I first read it, this is what I thought. But then, Rob B, you said that you went a little further. But this is what I first thought. I think it was one of those statements that Don Lemon threw out there and was like, "Oh, that's stupid," but went with it anyway, right? Because I think I've done that several times on this show, right? And y'all have caught me and been like,
what's your advice?
And then I was able to quickly, backtrack a little bit and be like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Y'all have done it too. Y'all have done it too. I see it's happened to you guys, where we just said some stupid stuff, and then we're like, okay,
for sure.
I mean, because
I've heard everyone else speak, and now I know what I said was maybe incorrect or misguided.
Yeah. And then people just take it the wrong way. I mean, like last week we were talking about comic book, or 2 weeks ago we were talking about comic book, right? And we're talking about collecting Black comics, right? And then Rob B's like, like Pokemon, call them all. Now, I know what Rob B was saying, right? And I know the context of what we're saying, but somebody who's being an asshole could easily be like, oh, Rob B's calling Black people Pokemon.
So we're a bunch of animals. We're a bunch of animals that only speak off something.
Collecting books. That was the analogy. Collecting books.
You're trying to collect Black people, Rob? Is that it? You're trying to collect Black people?
But exactly. See, that's my point. I'm not saying Don Lemon was right in what he said. I'm saying we all sometimes
that is too funny.
Stupid stuff that didn't come out of our mouths the way we intended it. So,
but he doubled down on it, and
but
this is not the first time that he makes comments like this. It's not. He has a history
that's not the
of
first
making
time.
comments like this, right?
That's true.
So I mean,
he's sexist,
and he doubled down. That's the thing that's causing me pause.
And then I have to wonder,
double down.
If any, but I have to wonder if any of his experience as a gay Black man, if that has helped shape some of these opinions that he has of women. Because to say that a female politician at 51 isn't in her prime is really it's a pretty crappy thing to say, given that we wouldn't say the same thing about a male politician at 51. We would say that they're in their prime at that point to hold office. Physically in their prime, hey, I'm 50. My chances in a foot race against a 20-year-old man, I know that I'm not in my prime. That's not my race. But if you get me in a game of wits against that same 20-year-old, okay, now I got wisdom, experience. And that's where those qualities really come out. But like Johnny was saying, at 50, you still have some of that stamina, some of that energy that you can devote to it. So I think that 50 is a pretty darn good age to be getting into politics. And Don Lemon's comments were completely off base. That was just awful.
Ignorant.
And to answer your question, there is a lot of support for her now. It wasn't there before.
Mm-hmm.
And like Gianni said, now she's even looking into her and interested in her. So here's some comments online real quick. Mike Winter says, she's an unfunny joke who needs a better dildo.
God damn.
I was not expecting that.
He also says she was dumb before, she's dumb now, prime is irrelevant. Jacqueline Robinson, a South Asian woman who feels she needs to know to kowtow to Confederate sympathizers, needs a cognitive test herself. Good point. They all should be required to pass the U.S. citizenship test. Oh, that's interesting. Mel Blaine says he is an idiot. Robin Johnson, my birthday is Friday and I am not prime. Mike Winter, age is irrelevant compared to intelligence. Mel Blaine, everyone is different. You can't base someone on their age. It's not fair. All right. Is this truth?
Truth.
This is craziness.
Oh man.
This is shenanigans. This is the old Don Lemon
A whole
coming
lot
out.
of shenanigans.
Don Lemon. You gotta do better, Don. You gotta do better.
Shenanigans.
Gotta do
Oh, Mr. Lemon.